Hi, how are you doing? It's been a while since you've heard my voice, since we spent this moment together, since the last time that we spoke, since the last time that you listened. What's changed in your life? What's new? What's different? What's the same? How is Earth treating you? Are you being fulfilled? Are you full of love, light, prosperity? Now I'm going to continue on with the 3 affirmations. I am enough. There is no one better to be than myself. I get better every single day. I am an amazing person. All of my problems have solutions. Today I am a leader. I forgive myself for my mistakes. My challenges help me grow. I am perfect just the way I am. My mistakes help me learn and grow. Today is going to be a great day. I have courage and confidence. I can control my own happiness. I have people who love and respect me. I stand up for what I believe in. I believe in my goals and dreams. It's okay to not know everything. Today, I choose to think positive. I can get through anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. I give myself permission to make choices. I can do better next time. I have everything I need right now. I am capable of so much. Everything will be okay. I believe in myself. I am proud of myself. I am free to make my own choices. I deserve to be loved. I can make a difference. Today, I choose to be confident. I am in charge of my life. I have the power to make my dreams come true. I believe in myself and my abilities. Good things are going to come. I matter. My confidence grows when I step out of my comfort zone. My positive thoughts create positive feelings. Today, I will walk through my fears. I am open and ready to learn. I am whole. Every day is a fresh start. If I fall, I will get back up again. I only compare myself to myself. I can do anything. It is enough to do my best. I can be anything I want. I accept who I am. Today is going to be an awesome day. I believe in me. I acknowledge my own self-worth. My confidence is soaring. I am not my mistakes. I accept myself unconditionally. I am proud of myself and all that I have accomplished. I am successful. I am a beautiful person. I deserve to love. I deserve compassion and empathy. I am enough. I choose to be happy. I choose to love myself today and every other day. I choose faith over fear. There is nothing wrong with decisions I make. I am now creating my life. I am free of worry. I am free of hate. I am filled with love. We are all love. We are all interconnected. And we all have something great to offer. Whenever you're ready, come back to yourself and be ready to receive. Peace and love. Ashe. So this video is going to contain messages and teachings brought forward from Gaia, from Mother Earth. As I was just doing the pre-shuffle and clearing the energy of the cards, there was a sense that we was going to be talking about lost souls. What was coming through was that Gaia was letting me know that lost souls are individuals who have lost the connection to their signature energy. They are completely out of range with their signature energy. It's that these individuals who are considered to be lost souls, or we may consider them to be lost souls, it's because they've lost their authentic self, the knowing of their authentic self. I'm seeing that each lifetime that they've lived, they've not been able to reconnect to their lost soul. I mean, they've not been able to reconnect to their signature energy. So as each lifetime goes by and they're not able to connect to that energy, they lose they lose sight and touch of what it means to be themselves. So these people tend to seek a lot of validation from others. They also can be considered to be energy thieves, like they can be considered to suck other people's energy. They look to others to they take from others because they are trying to find themselves. They're trying to find their missing energy. They're trying to reconnect to themselves by taking the life force energy of other people. So these people can be people that are around you that are very that when you're around them, they drain your energy, and when you leave from being in proximity to them, you feel tired, you feel drained, you feel lethargic, you feel like you need to sleep to recuperate. Mother Nature was saying to me that for people who have come out of alignment with themselves, people who have lost the connection to their signature energy, I'm seeing that Gaia is saying to me that it's quite common for us to come out of alignment with our signature energy. For the majority of us, none of us, when we're born, none of us stay within our signature energy. Over time of growing, we become tainted by society and the things that we are taught. So that takes us out of our authentic self. But what happens is that as we go through our physical lifetime on earth in a physical body, and there are moments within that experience that we tap into our signature energy, that we tap into who it is that we are. It may not be a forever thing, as in it may not be something that is all day, every day, but for instance, you may be watching maybe a television program, and then you tap into something on the television program helps you to tap into your signature energy. You relate something to your signature energy, so you've had that. You still are keeping that connection to your signature energy throughout your lifetime. But people who are lost, they're not able to do this. They don't have moments where they are able to remember who it is that they are. So I'm going to pull some cards and see where we're led. Oh yes, nature is reminding me that for people who have come out of alignment with themselves, and people who are considered to be lost souls, and those who have forgotten their connection to nature and their signature energy, in order to come back into alignment or come back into connection with their signature energy, they would need to come out into nature. Nature will help them to recalibrate their system, to recalibrate their energy centers without distortion. So what I'm seeing is that when we're born, we are born so pure, we're born as such pure souls, and we literally have to physically learn the physical body, because we are not human, we are spirit, bound to a physical body. Now, besides that, when we're born, we are pure, and as we learn, because these individuals, they don't learn through nature, which is why they come out of alignment. They learn through society, they learn through the media and things that are outside of nature, things that are not really one with the flow of nature. So because you're not learning from the flow of nature and you're learning from a rigid system, you become tainted. So and the connection to your divine self becomes tainted. It's like the connection to your divine self is I'm seeing a clear tube, almost like plastic or glass, so meaning that light can travel through it freely and through it easily. So that, but what I'm seeing is that when we are brought up with nature, being taught that nature is outside of us, that connection to the self becomes tainted. It becomes almost like Coca-Cola coloured. It becomes clouded, and the connection gets severed. Light cannot travel through it. Light can't travel through it. So like, because light can't travel through it, and because the connection has become severed and tainted, when you are in nature, or when you have the chance to relate something back to your signature energy, back to your authentic self, that lost soul is not able to do that. It's not able to do it because the light codes are not able to travel through the tube, because the tube, like I said, has been tainted. The tube is no longer clear. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so what's coming up is that these lost souls are vulnerable people. Yeah, so what's coming up is basically that these lost souls are vulnerable people. We're being reminded that not only do, as we all, go through heartbreak, but these individuals experience heartbreak and also experience healing differently. Because they have come out of alignment with their true and authentic self, they're not able to when they are hurt or when they are heartbroken, they are not able to see things from their true self, from a wider perspective, from a pure place, because their connection to themselves is not pure. Their connection to themselves is tinted and dinged and severed. So Gaia wants to remind us that when we are dealing with people who we feel are lost souls, to be mindful of their emotions, to be mindful that they may not necessarily be operating from their authentic self. They may be expressing sides to them that they didn't even know existed. I'm seeing that these individuals, they need a creative outlet. Not only do they need a creative outlet, but this creative outlet is something that they would have to tap back into from when they was a child. Not that they would have to tap back into, but when they was a child, they was at their purest. They had just come from spirit into their physical body, so therefore they still had that connection to their authentic self. They still had things that they still had the ability to have a perspective from purity, from the side of themselves that hadn't been tainted by the physical world. And in that child self is their innate creativity, and that innate creativity helps to ignite a frequency that can help to clear the connection to the self. I feel that these individuals have a lot of shadow work to do, but not only that, they need emotional grounding because they are out of touch with their authentic self. These people can be insensitive to other people's emotions and insensitive to other people's feelings. So other people's personal feelings may go over their head. When they communicate and express themselves, it may be done in a way that it seems that they don't take other people's emotions into consideration, and that's where the emotional grounding needs to come in. Because they are working from their own hurt, their own confusion, their own these people are not able to see their own emotions for what they are. So they're not able to see other people's emotions for what they are either. And I don't know. They've got a lot of shadow work to do, but they need emotional grounding. So yeah, so they need to it's important for us to be as honest with these individuals when it comes to how they make us feel. It's important for us to be honest with them so that they can acknowledge certain aspects of themselves that may help lead them to the trail of self-discovery, to that reconnection of self. Gaia is saying that if we know a lost soul, and we can recognize that, then it's our duty to steer them in a right direction. It's not our duty to bring them to the location or to bring them to themselves, but it's our duty to help nudge them. So what I'm getting from these cards is that the reason why they became lost souls, the reason why they lost that connection to themselves, was because they allowed the things that they regretted, or the things that were in their shadow, to be too overbearing. They didn't want to acknowledge all sides of themselves. They didn't want to acknowledge the bad sides of themselves, or the sides that they thought were not as good as the positive sides of themselves. And because of that, they forced the shadow side, the shadow aspects, and the negative aspects of themselves into their subconscious memory, into their subconscious mind. And once it entered the subconscious mind, there was a conscious decision to never acknowledge those aspects of self again. But because those aspects of self are integrated into the wholeness of who it is that you are, and integrated into your signature energy on a multidimensional level, when those things were placed into the into the subconscious mind, the only way to do that was by to not acknowledge a part of you in that kind of way, was to not acknowledge the whole of you, because you was making the conscious decision to separate yourselves from the wholeness of yourself, because you didn't want to accept that you had both positive and maybe negative aspects of self. So because they did that conscious forgetting, they became lost souls. And they will become found when the time is right. I am being shown that there is also a divine lesson in being a lost soul, and once that lost soul has been learnt, once that lesson has been learnt from being a lost soul, that's when the individual will come back into alignment with their signature energy and have that reconnection to their signature energy and who it is that they are. I just heard Annabelle, I don't know what that means. And then the movie Annabelle came up in my head. See what spirit has to say, what Mother Nature has to say. Strength. To be on the path of a lost soul, it's a very tough path. To not know the self means to have a lack of knowledge when it comes to nature itself and the world that we live in. It means to also have a lack of abundance and a lack of it's not to have a lack of like spiritual energy, but because no matter what path or what journey you're currently experiencing, or what lesson you're currently learning, or what teaching you're currently undergoing, it's still one of spirit, it's still a lesson of spirit, it's still an experience of spirit. But it's almost like the qualities that suggest that we are in alignment with our spirit and our soul's journey are not present in the lost soul's journey. So they may not have like I don't know why no things come into my head, like abundance and gratitude and self-care and self-loving and self-knowing. They may not have qualities that are indicated when somebody is on a positive, loving, love and light soul ascension journey. These people require a lot of strength, and they deserve to be applauded because they are often the black sheep of their family. They are often individuals who go through a lot of heartbreak. And a lot of the struggles and triumphs that they experience in their life cannot be avoided. For instance, when we have for instance, like my kind of path, things can be not necessarily prevented, but there is more of an ability to shift timelines, and there's also more of an ability to change the outcome of something. So if I went to a reader and they told me something that could possibly happen in the future, the path that I'm living enables me to maybe alter the final destination of that path, if that makes sense. Whereas an individual that's on a lost soul journey, there is less fluidity in the ability to change the outcomes of things, because the lost soul journey is a very specific one. It's a specific one. It's a harsh one. It's teachings and lessons that have to be learnt in a very specific kind of way. And in those teachings, in those lessons, is power. It's great power. Those who are oppressed, whether that is spiritually, whether that's physically in this physical world, it always has to do with power and the gaining of power. So if you have to go through a spiritual journey that is tougher than the general, it's to do with you gaining power in the self and gaining power in wisdom. So I'll just ask Gaia for one last message, and she said to know that you are blessed, to actually know it, to not just say it, but to know it, to feel it, to be it. So I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being present with me. Thank you, Gaia. Peace and love.